Now the next task is to add some ribs onto the bottom body inside face. And to do that, we'll turn off the top body first. Then we'll orbit it little bit like this, and I will select this face, inside face of the bottom body, and we'll activate this tool called create sketch. So we'll create some sketch onto this face first. So we'll activate this tool, and now again our sketch tools are active. Now we can add some profiles onto this face. So first profile that we want to add is this line tool. So we'll activate this line tool, and I will zoom on onto this area, and I will create a line from this point to this point like this. But as you can see, I'm not snapping to these lines whenever we are creating these lines, because here there is no lines. We can only select these edges of this body. If I'll orbit little bit, you can see that we can only select onto these edges. There are no lines available onto this plane. So what I will do, I will move back again to this back view. For that, I will expand this create panel tool, and there is a tool called project. So I will go on to this tool, and this first tool, project tool, I will activate. Then I will select this side and this side. So here you can see these two sides are selected. Here you can see in the geometry tab, and if I'll press OK, now these two faces are now got projected as a sketch, and that we can verify. If I will turn off the body tool, you can see these two edges just got projected as a sketch. So whenever inside Fusion 360, if you are seeing any purple line, any objects that is purple in color, any sketch that is purple in color, this means that these projects, these profiles are projected profiles. So I will turn on my bottom body again, and now I can drag this and place this onto the projected edges. Here you can see like this. Now I will define the distance from this edge to this line. So for that, I will activate this sketch dimension tool, and then I will click on this edge, and then I will select this line and will drag outside and will enter the values. So this distance I just want to keep 15, so I will press enter like this. Here you can see. Now I will add few more lines. So I will press escape to come out of this tool. Then we'll activate this line tool, and I will create lines, straight lines like this. Here you can see I'm just trying to create a straight lines like this. I'm not worrying about the length of this line at this moment. I am simply creating the lines. And whenever, if let's say you had created a line at a particular angle that is not completely straight, so what you can do, you can simply select the line and you can apply this horizontal vertical constraint. And you can see that line just got perfectly vertical. And this icon says that this vertical constraint is applied with this line. Now I will do the same. I will create few more lines, one from the midpoint and two more from here and here like this. Here you can see. Now I will select all the endpoint of these lines using this window selection. Here you can see like this, and I can apply this horizontal vertical constraint. Now all these points are at same level. So if I'll move any one of the line, you can see all the lines are moving, right? Now I will move this line to somewhere over here, and then we'll activate this sketch dimension tool, and from this edge to this point I want to keep a distance of 1.6 and we'll press enter. Here you can see like this. Now we also have to define the distance between these lines, these blue lines. So we'll activate this sketch dimension tool again, and from this midpoint line to this line I want to keep 16, so I will enter 16, we'll press enter. And from this line to this line also I want to keep 16, so we'll do the same for the other side of the line. Now here I don't want this line as a firm line. You can see all these lines are black lines, but this line, this horizontal line, I want this as a construction line. So what I will do, I will select this line, I will move on to my sketch palette that you can see over here. So whenever you are inside the sketch environment, you will be able to see this sketch palette. So even if it is hiding like this, you can expand your complete sketch palette, and after selecting the object, you can just click on this construction line type, and here you can see your line just got changed to construction line type. Now if I will zoom out, you can see I am done with this sketch. I can click on this finish sketch option now. And here you can see under the sketch folder, the third sketch just got added, and this is the sketch that you can see over here. I will click on this home view and I will orbit it like this so I can see all my sketches, all the profiles that we created onto this face. Now the next step is to convert all these profiles, this straight line we created, as a rib. And to create that, to convert this profile as a rib, there is a special tool that is known as web. And that tool you can find under this solid tab. If you'll expand this create panel, you can see this tool web. I will activate this tool. A window will pop up like this with all the web settings. And the first thing is asking me to select the profiles. So I will click on the profile to select it, and to select all the other profiles, I will click on this flip direction. Then we'll add all the 5 profiles. Here you can see I had selected all the 5 profiles. Now under the thickness, I will specify a thickness of 1.6 millimeter. And then again I will click on this flip direction, and you can see all the profiles is getting converted as a rib. But here I don't want this much of height, so I will, under the extend type, I will just go in the extend type and I will change this to distance. And in the distance I just want to keep it as 3 mm in height. Here you can see. And also this thickness direction, I want to keep it as a symmetric, so I will just change this to symmetric. I don't want to keep this on one side, I just want to keep it symmetric. So 1.6 mm thickness is being distributed symmetrically along the profile on both the directions. So now I don't want to add anything. I can add some draft angle. So but at this moment it is not really necessary since I am designing this for 3D printing. So after this, if you want to orbit it a little bit to see from all the sides, you can just use it and see it like this. So you can see it is looking very great. Ribs are getting created onto my body. Here you can see that like this. And then since I'm happy with the result, I will simply press OK. And it will take few seconds to process, and here you can see my ribs just got added onto this body. Now in the next step, what I will do, again I will activate this create sketch tool, and this time I will select the top of my rib face as a sketch plane. So I will click on that. There you can see the sketch is now active. I will activate this line tool and I will create a line from this edge to this edge, but I cannot find that edge, so I will simply create a line like this. Now I will activate my project tool from the create panel that I had already explained just few minutes earlier. So I will go on to this project and will activate this project tool and will project all these profiles. So I will select all these faces of my ribs. Here you can see, and will press OK. So all profile just got projected. Now I will drag my line and will make sure that it touching the end point of this line. I will also specify the distance from this edge to this line. So for that I will activate this sketch dimension tool. I will click on it to activate. Then we'll select this edge and this line and we'll dimension this distance as 15 and we'll press enter. There you can see. Now I can click on finish sketch. I can orbit it like this to see all the profiles. So what I did, these profiles onto the top of the ribs, I had divided into 2 parts, the other half on other side and the other half on this side. Now I will activate my extrude tool from the solid tab under the create panel, and then in this window you can see if I will select all these profiles that I had separated using this line. There you can see all these 5 profiles I had selected, and now I will give it some height by dragging like this, and I want this height to match with this face. So for that I will just click on this face, and here you can see these heights are just getting equal to this face. And if I'll go on to the bottom view, you can see this is exactly the same height, right? I will orbit it little bit. And also when you are performing this operation, you have to make sure that under the extrude pop-up window, the operation should be joined, because this extension that we are adding, this must be joined with the base body, the bottom body. And then I will press OK, and here you can see this is the shape we got. So these things we had added just to hold the soap inside this area. So whenever you are trying to close this piece with the piece that is attached with the wall, the soaps will not fall down. This will just hang using these pieces. So that's why I had added this, and I will add some chamfers also onto these faces that we added, these pieces that we added at the bottom. So again, I will go on to this modify panel, will activate our chamfer tool, and I will select all these edges where we want to apply chamfer like this. Here you can see I had selected all the 5 edges. Here you can see 5 edges. And now here we don't want to use equal distance chamfer. Here we want to use two distance chamfer. So here you can see two distance chamfer is active. I will drag this arrow first that is pointing towards downward. I will drag towards downward and will apply a chamfer like this. So this and this one, the other side, I want to decrease the chamfer. So here you can see the farther side that is 13 chamfer, I just want to make it 50 or maybe 18. I just want to cover the complete distance. So I will try and see which work best. Maybe 17.5 or 17.6 or 7 or 8. If I will zoom on to this area, you can see 17.9 must work. Yes. So this vertical chamfer that we are applying is 17.9, and this horizontal chamfer that we are applying, let's make it 8 only, like this. And if you press OK, you can see instead of straight vertical edges, we had just changed this to little bit kind of inclined. So now it looks much better. Now onto these sharp corners, we want to apply fillets. So for that, again, move on to this modify panel. We'll activate this fillet tool and we'll select these corners one by one. Make sure that you are not selecting anything else accidentally. You can see here I had selected all these faces accidentally. So you can just remove the selections and you can start again. You had to be very careful while selecting edges to apply fillets. Here you can see I had selected all the 5 edges only, strictly only 5 edges. Here you can see, and I will apply a fillet of 5. Now it is looking much better, more smooth. I will press OK. Here you can see. So this is the bottom body we just created using all these operations that we had performed at the bottom. Right. So I think we had just finished the bottom body. Now we had to start working on the top body.